Hi, I'm the Iteldo Chef, and today we're going to explore the wonderful world of the George Foreman cooker grill. I assume all of you have been to a down east cookout, a clam bake, one of those elaborate things that you do on the beach, and you take hours and hours of preparation. You have to get seaweed and lobsters. Here we have a lobster and mussels, clams, potatoes, all of that. And take it out onto the beach, dig a big, let me show you exactly this beautiful display that we have here. Okay, see that? Mm-hmm. Those are the ingredients, but look at all the time that you have to spend. You have to go out onto the beach, get a big pit, seaweed, haul it all to an island somewhere so you're not in somebody's backyard, and for what? Everything tastes like potatoes or the seaweed. But we combine the two, the George Foreman cooker, your lobster, and we have a healthy, nutritious meal, well, half of the triglycerides. Now, triglycerides are something that's not talked about a lot. We talk about fatty acids from the meat and from pork and from chicken, trying to get rid of it through the handy little tray where all the juices collect from your George Foreman. But lobsters and clams, and these are mussels, are full of triglycerides, and triglycerides are not good for you either. So this, besides being quick and easy, is also a healthier choice. Okay, and it's very simple. All we do is we plug in the George Foreman cooker on the wall. We allow it to cook up. Now the other thing we're going to do is we're going to be able to prepare our corn. Not only the fish side of the menu, we're going to also be able to have corn fresh right here. You notice the top is of the Foreman cooker is always used for your buns. You put your buns in there, you put the hamburger meat in below, and it just goes. And we can do the same thing with corn. Corn will fit right in there. Can you get a close-up of that? Corn will fit right in the top. So while you're cooking your lobsters and your clams underneath, in the lower portion, in the top, we can be cooking our corn. And it's always cooked through just the way we like it. So it's nearly getting warmed up. And I want to explain to you the process of cooking a lobster in the steamed method. Here we have steamed water. People are often very leery about that. You put the lobster in, you don't know whether that lobster is hurt or not. I mean, most people, after they've had a few lobster, they realize that the lobster's pretty well dead once it hits the water. But there's always a question of doubt whether the steaming hurts the lobster. Well, I believe the George Foreman method is far more humane. And when you come up, our cameraman is going to get a very good close-up of exactly how this happens. Ooh, that is warm. Okay, we're ready. Ready? Okay, here's a good 1 pound lobster right from the pound, right from Shop and Save. You want to take a look? Is that good? You got a good shot of that lobster? Okay. All we do is we lift the latch and we pop her in. And you think this would take 15, 20 minutes like your normal lobster? No way. This is going to take 6 minutes tops. You can already smell the steam and the wonderful flavors coming out. And, you know, if the tail is off the end a little bit, if the claws are up on the other side, don't worry about it. We just tuck them right in. Just tuck them in as best you can. But be careful, the rubber bands can burn, so don't put those in. Okay, so we're going to take a little break here. When we come back, we'll have a lobster all ready and perfectly made in our George Foreman cooker. Here we are, 2 minutes later, and look at what we've got. Beautiful, beautiful Maine mussels, cooked to a par. Just slipping good. And look at this. Can you see that? Can the camera see that? That's all the tars, the triglycerides, all the things that you don't want to eat. They've all collected here in the bottom of the pan and making you a far more healthy meal. And here we are, the corn. Just as sweet and as luscious as it possibly could be, and it doesn't smell like burnt husks like it would if it were down on the beach. And we can do at least one of these at a time. It only takes a minute and a half. Isn't that marvelous? And there we have the chef d'oeuvre, your lobster. One of your best looking lobsters that the state of Maine can possibly give you, steaming hot right out the George Foreman cooker. And again, look, here are the things you don't want to eat. The liver, that green stuff. You see what it looks like when it's all mashed up? It comes out of here, it's recycled brown. That you don't want to be eating in any lobster. And it's all gone. All we have here is the fresh, purest Maine lobster that anybody could want.
Good. Smells very good. I'm going to personalize